Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to AOA Wrestling. I am your host James Ayrton, and tonight we have a very stacked card for you on this episode. But let's get straight into action with a match featuring some debuts here in AOA. Introducing first. Making his debut here tonight, Tommy Jordan Jr. Now, the AOA universe has not been introduced to Tommy as of yet, but this man is a vicious man. He means nothing but business. However, trading around at the moment. A man who is very no nonsense, which is fitting considering the kind of opponents we will be facing here tonight. A very contrast in outlooks. And speaking of said opponent, in making his way to the ring, also making his debut here tonight for AOA, we have Blackbeard. If you can't tell by his garb, he's very much entrenched into the pirate lifestyle. And by the reaction here tonight, he's a very popular chap amongst our fans. However, it's all about the competition. It'll be more interesting to see how this seafarer will fare within the squared circle, especially against a no-nonsense wrestler like Tommy Jordan Jr. Speaking of which, Tommy, Blackbeard, this matchup is officially underway, and Tommy just dropping him with a clothesline and a boot to the chest. Like I said, a no-nonsense wrestler is Tommy Jordan Jr. A whip reversal there, and Blackbeard's being in the midst of an onslaught. Clearly does not fare well on the land, and now looking like a modified knee bar of sorts, and a fairly sloppily cinched in with Tommy, more of an ankle, and just raining down fists on the face. I've just noticed Blackbeard wrestling in an eye patch. That will affect his depth perception, but faulting Tommy Jordan Jr. to the apron and snap marrying him back in. Kick to the leg. And they're going up for a Russian. may not be used to a square circle as Blackbeard, but showing he can go, as per se. Oh! That was a very nice manoeuvre there from Tommy Jordan. Like a DDT STO, now whipping Blackbeard off the ropes and double back elbow. As he now picks up Blackbeard and went for a kick, Blackbeard catching and the dragon screw. Pick out Jordan and striking him into the corner, now going up. That's thinking about sending Tommy off a plank. It's there about to walk in with the super flex. And Blackbeard getting to his feet first, going for the pin off that. That could just, no, only getting a 1 count, unfortunately for Blackbeard, but that could have done it. And a spear on Blackbeard, but Tommy getting out of the way. Surprisingly after taking that spear, and another one to the corner. And ripping out Tommy his Blackbeard. And a kick to the chest was Blackbeard got in mind, going for the pin off that. One. Unsurprisingly the 1 count there. Blackbeard sending Tommy all the way to the outside, perhaps looking to take advantage of our no countouts and dropping the fist all the way from the top. That might have done some damage to Tommy, and a suplex and bouncing the feet off the apron. But yeah, gotta question the capability of the knees of Blackbeard. It's Tommy now getting to the floor, perhaps negating whatever Blackbeard had in mind, but kicked over to his stomach. And now wrenching on that arm. Now he picks up Tommy, hooking him up, shot to the back. Having him up against the ropes, a shot to the leg. Off the ropes. Not sure what he had in mind there, but didn't work out as Tommy with a pump handle neck breaker. Not taking advantage of that straight away. A shot to the stomach though and throwing him into the ropes. Popping him up for a power bomb. And he is not done there. Shot to the stomach. Cradling him up, package, pile driver, and flipping off the fans. Not trying to adhere himself to that. 1, 2, 3. And that was a fairly impressive showing from Tony Jordan Jr., but equally as impressive was Blackbeard. That big super face. Big diving fist to the outside as well. We questioned the judgment of that decision, considering landing concrete onto the knees. Maybe gave a bit of a hovering set, but in the end, package power driver flipping off the crowd. It's Tommy Jordan Jr. And for him, it got the 3 count. And a successful debut. Your winner, Tommy Jordan Jr. And now we move on to our next contest, and it is a star-studded tag team match, which arguably the main event anywhere in wrestling. Introducing first, the man with the championship contract for his match at AOA Eclipse, Crimson, who finds himself in a very, very interesting position here tonight. Not only is he the number one contender for the AOA World Championship, he is teaming up with the champion to take on the former champion and supposedly his new tag team partner. So, a very interesting development there, but introducing next, the man we were just speaking of, the current reigning and defending AOA World Heavyweight Champion, the Nordic Giant, Caleb Gray, who has had a whirlwind of success this season and was finally able to get his hands on the biggest prize in AOA. But tonight has to team with the man who will be looking to put an end to that. The man who has argued that that championship belongs to him. We'll see how these two will fare as a team against these two. Their opponents, Siler Jordan, James Frost, the Thriller and the Clutch. Two very, very big names, two very exciting talents. Unfortunately for Siler, he was not taken to his championship loss that well, and at the moment with no rematch in sight, perhaps chosen to dabble a bit in the tag team division. But he has openly said how much he needs, how much he feels he needs to be the AOA World Champion. And Frost is shoving Crimson out the way as he makes his way to the corner there. But not being friendly, and again just shoving Crimson. Frost not being nice to the challenger, as it's Crimson starting off and Siler starting for his team. The bell has rung, the match is officially on the way. And this, like I said earlier, a main event anywhere in the world, but we are getting it here in the second match. Of course, our main event will be for the AOA Tag Team Championships. And Siler now just brutally just choking Crimson. Remember, Crimson was the one calling out Silo, hoping that Silo would beat Caleb Gray so he could challenge who he felt was the best in AOA. But we all know how that went down. And so a recent event is now Silo Green taking out some angle of a flow and ripcord knees to the face of Crimson. And now perhaps setting up for another and flooring Crimson every time. Looks like a knockout from the natural born thriller, but there's a jawbreaker there by Crimson. He whips into his team's corner and Silo booting Crimson in the face and a lights out. And I believe that has cut open Crimson as well. This is a new vicious side of Silo Green I didn't think we would see. And there's the Destiny already. And Silo's pretty much suggesting he could just end this right here. But choosing not to and making Crimson suffer for being the next in line for what he feels is his championship. And Crimson, well, funnily enough, his face is turning that colour. As Silo Jordan yet again perhaps looking to end it. And a unique move right there, and Caleb Gray just fuming on the outside and smartly breaking up the pin. Oh, miscommunication there by Frost hitting Silo Jordan and getting decked by Caleb. And there's a finish to live. Sorry. Got ahead of myself. That's one of Mark Williams' moves that Crimson has chosen to use, and unfortunately not getting him the win against Silo Jordan, but the blood just pouring on his face. As Caleb tossing up between beating up Frost on the outside and wanting to be a legal participant in this match. Perhaps for the better, as Crimson now comes over and tags in the Nordic Giant. That was a very fast start there, and the block there, and the big knee from Silo, and the super kick. Drags him in towards the centre and perhaps more to the full and clutch corner as he now tags in Frost. He stomps on the arm and looking to do some damage to the other as he looks to pop it out of the shoulder. And double stomp to the stomach. Okay, I want a big block there by Caleb. And looking into the corner of Crimson and then big clothesline just flattening. Choking as well. Caleb with some pent up frustration after the opening minute of this match, watching his partner. He pretty much, well, let's be honest, it was a beating and a hellacious one at that, as Caleb now with a camel clutch showing off some technical prowess as the champion, but obviously not his strong suit. It's Frost getting out and sneaking up behind and hitting a neck breaker. It's Frost now taking control of the champion. And a big boot there, and Crimson trying to interject himself, and an STO there by Caleb. Picking him up, and just slamming him with that big one-handed choke slam. And now cranking on the mat. It's just softening up even more. And now perhaps looking for that devastating spear which won him the championship and I think Frost reversed that into a DDT. And now stomping away on the arm of Caleb Gray. Caleb now having his arm. Trying to be dissipated by Frost, and Frost Batch looking for his famous pop-up power bomb and hits it. And Crimson and Sala, I think, accidentally breaking up the pin, and Crimson eats a perma-Frost. James Frost dishing it all out for everybody, but Caleb Gray having enough time to recover with that shoulder tackle, and Sala, well, he's been in a situation like that before where a shoulder tackle has won a match. And a backstabber there by Frost. Boot to the face, and that's rolling around, giving Keller a bit of a get roll into a crossface. And now not satisfied with that there, going over Sala, perhaps allowing Sala to get his revenge on the man who dethroned him as champion. As he pulls him in more towards the corner, going for the pin and looking to put the feet on the ropes. Crimson was making his way, but Caleb shoving off Sala. That's the extra leverage wasn't there for the former champion. Caleb now just in control, and again looking for that camel clutch. Looking for a submission victory, interestingly enough. Not something we see Caleb go for. However, tonight seems to be different, and Crimson getting the tag and missing with the diving clothesline. Sala just taunts him in, and it comes back to Sala. And a shot there to the face. And a short range clothesline and a super kick. Into straight jacket German. One. Only getting a 1 count though. Maybe the blood loss from Crimson is affecting the strength, and James Frost thought he had the tag there, but the referee telling him otherwise, and a deadlift German by Crimson. He now picks up Sala and hooking him up, and a sit out power then. And the ref getting into position. One. And Frost just flattening the ref, and it's a back suplex for his troubles from Caleb Gray. But Crimson not done there as he hooks him up, and the suplex back breaker. 1, 2, 3, and Crimson, whether it's fresh or showing a mask similar to his name, was able to put on a stellar effort, and tonight, after eating a lot of abuse, even when not legal with the permafrost there, was able to send a massive statement to his teammate. And speaking of teammate, there's Caleb Foam. Crimson, I don't know what the meaning of this is. Crimson's still bleeding. Perhaps this is Caleb Gray looking to send a statement of his own, similar to what Crimson did tonight by winning this match, and it's just ragdolling his challenger. Now looking to put the finishing touches on with the spear. And Caleb just purely proving a point. And that is the man that Crimson will have to deal with at Eclipse. And it probably isn't the same, well, it definitely isn't the same Caleb Gray that he last faced. And that was just a reminder of that fact. And now we move on to our next contest, which it's fair to say would be an interesting bout, as this is a fatal four-way match to determine the new #1 contender for the AOA Commonwealth Championship. The reigning defending AOA Commonwealth Champion, Eli Robledo, who since winning that title has not let it slip from his grasp. And tonight, he has been entered into this fatal four-way with the stipulation that if he wins, he can pick any wrestler to challenge for the AOA Commonwealth Championship. However, he's got to get through these three men who are looking to be named said #1 contender. Introducing the first is none other than Tamura, a man who we haven't seen much of since making a splash here in AOA. Very impressive talent, who many would have predicted would be right at home in the AOA Commonwealth Championship picture. However, unfortunately, hasn't been able to find himself into said picture. However, he can change that here tonight. Whether it's by winning the champion, winning the two other men who are looking to become contenders. Only time will tell. Speaking of which, introducing the next competitor, it was none other than the white bathrobe royal, Marshall Stevens, who has gained popularity in AOA for said white bathrobe. You never thought you'd see the day where that would happen, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. And if that isn't proof that anything can happen in AOA, well, I don't know what is. But he now finds himself with an opportunity to be going for some championship gold, his first attempt at championship gold here in AOA. Finally, the last participant is none other than the flamboyant Jay Hunty. Who has made a bit of an uproar about not being featured on AOA as much as he probably feels he deserves. one of a couple, the other person being Tamura in this match. However, they have both found themselves in an opportunity to immediately push themselves into the championship picture. And what better one to put themselves into than the hotly contested AOA Commonwealth Championship title picture. As we now await Eli Robredo, Tamura, Marshall Stevens, Jay Hunty. This will be a very interesting matchup, a very interesting fatal four-way. It's Tamura just raining in straights on Hunty as Eli Robredo is pounding away at Marshall Stevens, looking up now and just suplexing as Hunty kicks away Tamura and a kick to the back. Robredo dominating as champion at the moment against Stevens. And a snap fisherman suplex. Hunty being sent on an excursion to the outside by Tamura. This may not favour those two men, as pinfalls can only happen inside the ring. And a snap during the mud by Tamura, and Marshall Stevens finally showing some signs of life against Eli Robredo. Here we go, the hand punch there. So he rips him off the ropes and a big clothesline. Swinging a miss from Stevens as Hunty now taking control of Tamura on the outside and ramming him into the apron. Tamura now struggle. It's a flamboyant one. This is now put on suplex onto the massive area. Not much massing between them and the concrete, so I'll tell you right now it hurts. It's a nice neck breaker from Robredo and dropping the knee. It's Tamura now out, sending Hunty into the open as well. Fist foot there by Robredo. And now looking to rain in elbows to the shoulder. Tamura and Hunty now find themselves back into the ring as Eli turns his attention to Hunty and sending him back outside. And now Tamura and Eli in hot pursuit as Marshall Stevens finding himself left alone in the ring, and Hunty is able to focus on each other, picking that up and looking to take advantage of that, and a drop kick to the lower back. And I think Eli's head just bouncing off the ring stairs there. Catching the leg going. Hunty showing Marshall why he's flamboyant. And I don't think Marshall will appreciate that. Bunker wrestler there as Hunty perhaps looking to put the finishing touches. And there, with the plunge, Eli hitting the trifecta of back breakers on Tamura, and Hunty shooting the half, going for the pin, and Eli breaking it out before anything could be done. And a nice shoulder tackle there by Marshall. And a reverse flatliner there by Eli. As Hunty now turning his attention to the champion, which is fair as Eli stopping him from being able to challenge for the championship. And being hit with a Robredo bomb proves troubles. As Tamura sent to the outside and Stevens now repaying the favour. And is now being thanked for it in the form of a fisherman suplex. Tamura back in. Marshall Stevens thrown to the outside and Robledo following in pursuit. And a big clothesline there by Hunter. And a nice combination of strikes there by Robledo. Hunter now shaking what his mother gave him. And nice standing moonsault there. And eats a knee from Tamura. Robledo now dropping the knee to the back. And blue thunder bomb by Tamura. As Robledo now hooking up Stevens for the trifecta of Uranagi back breakers. And a big knee strike there by Tamura. As Robledo went for the pin there. Broken up and Robledo bomb! Is that going to be it? Ooh, the referee gesturing there was a rope break there. Or just pure instinct alone, Tamura kicking out. As now one shot is Robledo. Big shot there by Hunter. He's now working on Marshall Stevens. Stevens seeming to be the cannon fodder. And that was nothing. Well, I was going to say nothing but ass, but Robledo breaking up the pin before pinfall could be made. As Tamura now having seek to silent on the outside after that rope hung DDT. And all the competitors now feeling the effects of this match. As Robledo spins around onto a back elbow there. And a shot, and perhaps looking for the plunge. And a snap German suplex. Tamura not getting it, a nice Hurricanrana there. By Hunter, and Hunter, the one standing tall, needing to take advantage of this. Robledo now back to his feet. Stevens back up to his feet, and a spear there. And Tamura being sent here, there, and everywhere. It's Hunter winding up. Even with Stevens and Robledo in the way, still landing in that back elbow. Rip reversal there. Eli going to the outside. And Stevens and Tamura not sure who wants Hunter first. Now turning his attention to Tamura with Stevens. Well, Stevens being spiked on his head by Hunter. In control of Stevens in the corner. Stevens though getting out the way and kick to the stomach and a nice neck breaker there. And Stevens perhaps looking to set up for the end of the match, and Eli sensing it, kicking Stevens out of position and now just ramming his head into the back of the body until he finally comes to, and Stevens is now becoming a little red in the face as a Robledo bomb to Tamura. Hunter and Stevens both start fighting each other to pick up on Robledo, and Robledo now taking it to the outside, and a nice front flip DDT by Stevens. 1, 2, but the champion breaking it up before Marshall Stevens could be named the challenger. It's now Hunter sitting on the top, and beautiful corkscrew moonsault as Stevens now being vacated from the ring by the champ. And the champ now going to the outside, and the Dragon Sleeper locked in by Hunter. Tamura could have been in trouble there, but Robledo quickly getting in there, and Hunter's shoving off Robledo. And a shot. That's clotheslining the champ out. Marshall Stevens now has come to, I should say. It's Tamura. Stevens now back, Scorpion, champion. Nice. Finally carry take over by Hunter. And, well, we've seen it once already. There's nothing but ass from Hunter, and Stevens breaking it up before a pinfall went into Hunter's favour. And a nice suplex there by Stevens. Unfortunately for him, it was not enough. It's already now looking to perhaps put the finishing touches, and Stevens Tamura pulls over for the cover, and Stevens breaking it up, having the wherewithal to not only reverse the whip from Robledo, but to break up the pin, and downed by that stray jump kick there by Hunty, who appeared to have been going. And there he goes, hitting the third plunge of the night on Tamura, as Tamura is sent to the apron. And now Hunty in a world of trouble as he's competing against the champ. A step round there, reversal by Hunty. Nice bit of chain wrestling there. A shot there. Grabbing on the arm, and it's making its way to literally the... Oh! That was a unique maneuver there by Hunty. Not surprising considering how unique Hunty is. Saying a nice TKO there, and now it leaves Stevens and Robledo in the ring. The Commonwealth champion, the ultimate underdog, and a man who's more known for his bathrobe, who is now extremely red in the face, is running corner drop kick there by Eli, and a dragon screw there. Hunting now back on his feet on the outside, as Robledo now seeking the asylum, the safety, and very quickly up, as there is a plunge yes again by Hunty. Hunty smartly, I think the ropes getting in the way of Hunty there, as Tamura now perhaps finding his opportune moment, going for the pin off that powerbomb. 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a hectic match. But unfortunately for Eli, Robledo was not involved in the deciding factor of this match. But we have seen all 4 of these men literally hit everything, even the kitchen sink, even the neighbor's kitchen sink. But in the end, your new number 1 contender to the AOA Commonwealth Championship is Tamura. And now we move on to our next match, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a singles match. Introducing first, we have none other than Zach Smith, a former AOA Commonwealth champion, and tonight finds himself in a position that he probably feels is all too familiar with him. However, I do not feel he quite understands what he's getting himself into, as this will be very, very different than what he thinks. introducing his opponent. It is none other than the Louisiana Killian Reds, who seen some new God, some new threads coming out here with a new attitude that, quite honestly, just make me a bit concerned about Zach Smith. What could potentially happen to him. Like I said, this is a match that has happened everywhere around the world. These two have faced off, but I don't think Zach Smith is quite prepared for this version of Killian Red. This is a more focused and a more brutal Louisiana. Zach Smith, Killian Reds. The match is officially underway, and if you're a bit squeamish, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to turn your head, because this has the potential to turn very nasty and very brutal very quickly. It's Killian just showing his strength and literally getting in the face of Zach Smith. Like I said, this is a very, very different man, as he now hooks him up. And a powerbomb, a snap powerbomb, just throwing Zach Smith down on the ground. Now shooting the half. This could be it already. But no, Zach Smith being ever so resilient. A shot there to his stomach and hooking him up. And Zach is not in for a fun time, as he's just held and then slammed into the mat. Killian now methodical. This is suiting him very much well. Just deadlifting Zach Smith into a sit-out powerbomb. And I don't think this is how Zach imagined his night, as fists rained down into his face. And now just being deadlifted by Killian Red once again, and just thrown into another powerbomb. Gut wrench. It's Killian now perhaps looking to put on some final touches, and just runs straight through Zach. Zach is just in for a bad time. His knees are raining down from above. Killian got him in tears. Zach gets to his feet as he hooks him up. That's signaling for the end with a red alert. And mercifully, this match is over. 2. And that's going to piss Killian Red off even more. And he's about to feel it as he rains down more fists to the face. And kick to the arm, and once again being deadlifted off the ground. And the fans can be as loud and as noisy and discouraging what they are seeing all they want, but finally the ref perhaps stepping in stopping this onslaught, but no, apparently the referee is deemed him fit to go and kill him, maybe yet again mercifully letting this end, but Zack just does not understand the concept of staying down. And now with an airplane spin, amazingly, with an injured back, picking up Killian Red. And maybe showing the fans that there is some life left, but no, now cut open. And that's just fired up Zack even more. A swing of this by Killian, perhaps looked for a pop-up powerbomb and ate a dropkick instead. And Zack now taking control of the arm and wrenching it into the ground. Zack perhaps getting a second wind here, firing on as many cylinders as he can muster. Now trapping Killian in an armbar. And Killian not wanting to give up. I don't know how wise this is going to be with Zack, but this could anger the big man even more, but it's a smart strategy taking away the arms. That's preventing him from deadlifting, and the dragon sleeper. That's put the big man to sleep, but a few shots to the face there with the knee. And Killian Red back in control. And there's one suplex. There's another, and this is just angry Killian. And that could work. 1, 2, 3, and thankfully and mercifully Killian Red has ended this. Always when I have seen Mark Williams wrestle, I have seen firsthand some of the stuff that Mark Williams is capable of, but this is hands down by far probably the first time I'll admit on a broadcast that I have been uncomfortable. I mean, the referee checking on Zack Smith there. Zack must have told him that he was good to continue, as this match shows, and Zack did show some hope that maybe, just maybe, he might be able to top Killian Red. In the end, thankfully, Killian Red put an end to it. And your winner, Killian Red. And may God have mercy on the next person who crosses this man's path. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of the evening. And it is for the AOA Tag Team Championships. Introducing first the team of RJ Miles and Darren Carlton, the gold standard. And what an unlikely scenario this has played out to. Darren Tarleton, RJ Miles, when they first broke in to the tag team division here in AOA, they were very unsuccessful, beaten and battered. And tonight, they have found themselves with an opportunity. Some might dare say a golden opportunity to become tag team champions, but they'll have to go through the current Tag Team Champions for tonight. They will not make it easy. The team, Big Bruiser Brad, Malcolm Black, Divine Right, who successfully claimed those titles against the Texas Hitmen, and now looking to successfully defend those titles here tonight against Darren Tarleton and RJ Miles after what many could probably consider an upset fluke last week. However, that was enough to grant them the match here tonight. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. RJ Miles starting for his team. Big Bruiser Brad opening for Divine Right. And interestingly enough, RJ Miles with a taped up left shoulder, probably sustained an injury training leading up to this match, and not the best idea with Bruiser Brad pretty much stalking you. He's now looking to do a trapeze hold, and I suppose luckily for Miles, it is not the injured shoulder. The referee just checking on RJ is now smartly tagging in Tarleton, not Dalton. And just being squashed in the corner by Bruiser Brad. So much force that Malcolm Black had to get out the way. It's now stumped to the back there. What's Bruiser Brad got in mind? Sweep away by Darren Tarleton. Darren trying to keep the big man grounded and trying to compact the big frame and stretch out that hamstring, which could cause some problems later on for Brad. Fighting out of it just through sheer strength. And now tagging in Malcolm Black. Now, last time this happened, it was sort of the downfall of the team, but a nice big assisted powerbomb there by Divine Right, and a quick tag to RJ Miles, and Malcolm Black could be facing some deja vu, and a nice bicycle super kick, and perhaps went for another one but was blocked off, and a nice moonsault cross body maneuver right there. It's now Malcolm targeting that injured arm, and RJ smartly getting out of it, and a snap hurricanrana. And an arm drag there by Malcolm, and float over DDT, just spiking Miles on his head. And Darren perhaps questioning the choice now to have the more injured tag partner in the ring. Is now Bruiser Brad making his way back in and just catching the suplex there from Malcolm, and Malcolm interestingly going straight past Darren, or Darren was too quick for the madman, and now being told to get out of the ring. RJ Miles whipping right into the corner, went for a splash, but to no avail, and now finds himself in a predicament where he is on his own and against the last man who in AOA you want to be in there on your own with. It's now Bruiser Brad just dissecting RJ Miles, whips him into the Divine Right corner. These two men trying to liberate the tag team division Now just talking trash is Malcolm Black. As Bruiser Brad stalking, thinking of what more pain he can inflict and looking for that bear hug already. But RJ smartly fighting out of it straight away, and there's a bell clap right there. It's enough to rattle the bell of Bruiser Brad and gets draped over the ropes for punishment. And he's so far away from his tag team partner, but reversed there by RJ, and surprisingly not choosing to go for his partner in a nice combination there. Coming up to dry on the ropes. Miles now perhaps looking for the tag to Darren. I was about to call him Dalton again, I apologise. But now straight into grasp of Bruiser Brad. And a nice big kick there. This, compared to the first encounter between these two teams, completely night and day. Nice hip toss there by Darren. Although this time there has been a lot more Bruiser Brad to contend with. And some nice breakdancing there by Darren, but should probably focus more on the match than his breakdancing. That tag there, divine right, and what has, oh my god, Malcolm just somehow able to sustain the weight of Bruiser Brad. Surprisingly strong enough to have Bruiser Brad on his shoulders, and now just putting that right arm to sleep is Bruiser Brad. Now hooking in Darren and dropping the shin across the knee. That shot there in the arm. And right across the back and now the arm. A bit more of a technical aspect to Bruiser Brad, and there is what he is commonly more known for, the sheer force just bulldozing Darren. And a big super kick. Down with the corner. It's attacking Malcolm Black. Oh, that was a distraction there by Bruiser Brad, and a massive leapfrog there by Malcolm Black. And now Inkerfell handspring, went for the back elbow, but swatted out the way by Darren. And you have to think the gold standard are in a spot of bother. The previously injured RJ Miles and Darren Tarleton ramming the head of Malcolm Black into the stairs. But this is the kind of thing that Darren needs to be doing to take down the chance. So Darren picking up Malcolm. And a big insecure. Bruiser Brad beside himself, standing in the apron. In theory could stop this, but he's letting this go at the moment. For how long you've got to wonder is Malcolm now fighting back after blocking the shot and rolling him down. He's going to have to quickly take advantage before he makes his way over to the corner. And slam down there. It's now Darren's going to find himself in trouble, and there is a deep armbar. And is Darren close enough to the ropes to perhaps break it? He's skewing the fingertips of it, but Malcolm Black choosing to release the hold. An interesting choice, and jawbreaker there. And Darren sends it over to the team corner. And perhaps looking for a series of corner drop kicks. And now just dropping the knee to the back of the head. Tag by RJ. So RJ now just dropping a big excited elbow across the chest of Malcolm, and kiss perhaps to Bruiser Brad or the AOA Tag Team Championships that are sitting at one side. Stomp to the arm there. That's looking to do some damage, just like his arm is in right now. That's how he got injured in the first place. Malcolm taking a swing and a miss. They're trying to stop this onslaught to Malcolm, but Malcolm pushing away the drop kick and a unique leg sweep there, going for the pin. And we're getting a 2 count. So RJ now trying to find his way back to his corner. As RJ now fighting out of it with a boot. And now with a jawbreaker, and I think, yep, Malcolm Black bleeding after that jawbreaker, and RJ has something big in mind. And a front flip DDT. And I think that could be it for Malcolm Black, unless Bruiser Brad is able to make it, and does so way before Darren is able to. And RJ not impressed, and Darren just briefly getting rid of the Bruiser Brad problem, but Marius, I think, perhaps cupping it in the eye accidentally by his teammate. As now they are left alone with Malcolm. Malcolm's got nowhere to go, as Darren with a Hurricane is sending him towards the ropes. And now just stalking. Shot to the back of the knee. So now picks up Malcolm and DDTing the knee into the ground as he goes for a pin. Bruiser Brad rolling in at the counter 2, but not in time, and sent down with a Hurricane. It's a smart strategy by the gold standard. Getting rid of the bigger man and sweeting Malcolm Black, which is how they were able to end this opportunity, but Bruiser Brad having on the outside, as Malcolm now finding himself perched on the top there. And Darren, probably with some bad intentions, as they both stand out there, and a Spanish fly from the top. That could have been the end. There, Malcolm just being launched into his teammate, thankfully for Bruiser Brad, moving out of the way before any impact could be made, but now back on the outside, as Malcolm Black finds himself with Darren Tarleton yet again, but this time perhaps going a bit shorter, or perhaps more in Malcolm Black's favour, and as soon as I say that's not the case, he's now picked up a shot to the head there, another shot to his stomach, and now Malcolm Black in control. Yeah. Choosing not to, and throwing Darren into the post and wrapping his head, trying to cave it in with that one post. Perhaps this is the opening that Malcolm needs to perhaps get control for his team back in the ring. So fun and dandy, but there is no real championship advantage. Even if he does get disqualified, he's in threat of losing the championship. And there is a nice drop kick from Malcolm Black, and a float over DDT. It's been no count out, so be out here as long as they want. The bad news is they can't use it to the advantage. And now Malcolm back in the ring. And perhaps should tag in Bruiser Brad. Nice neck breaker or reverse DDT maneuver there. It's hard to tell. Malcolm just waiting for Darren to get to his feet and going for that armbar yet again. And that was it. Darren Tarleton, before we could even see any forms of struggle, has tapped out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very interesting match, and here we see the finish. Well, I thought that was finish. That must have been the one from earlier. The one from earlier doing more damage than we thought, but as soon as that armbar was locked in, Darren Tarleton tapped out. And ladies and gentlemen, your winners, and still AOA Tag Team Champions, Bruiser Brad, Malcolm Black, Divine Light. And that is the first successful defense for this team. And ladies and gentlemen, on that bombshell, I have been James Anderson, and we will see you next time.